I thought I lost when I showed up. Find I'm on my own, I don't know, yeah. Force me to play your games with no closure.
What's up, YouTube? It's King right here, back on another YouTube video, and today, we back on another reaction. The reason I've been gone for so long because I've been doing reactions over and over again, but they always got copyrighted. I'm like, why am I doing these videos if I'm keep getting copyrighted? So I say I might as well just start doing horror stories or horror anime stories and all that, because it'll be easier that way. Because I know I'm not gonna get copyrighted instantly. So I said I might as well just do that. So this one is called I Drew Through a Town Filled with Fake People. It's a horror story about a dude who drew through a town filled with fake people. I don't know what it's about. I just know it's fake people.
I had just left my mother's house after visiting her on her birthday. She lives a state over from me, and while I don't visit as often as I should, I try to make it out there when I do get a chance. I had left my mother's a little after 4 p.m., and for the first hour or so, I was met with an outrageous amount of congestion. I think I ended up sitting on the highway without moving for a total of 20 minutes straight. My GPS came to life informing me of a severe accident further down the road. Although I wasn't surprised, I was grateful to have something to blame on this bad traffic.
Wow.
As my car crept further down the road, my GPS with her overly chipper voice suggested that I take a detour. At that point, anything was better than sitting in this metaphorical hell. Eventually, I made it. My GPS began to plot a new route home as I drove along the side road. Around 10 minutes later, I found myself driving alongside farmland for as far as the eye could see. While I was still a little frustrated at sitting in traffic, being able to drive consistently with a relaxing view did help calm me down a bit. A few minutes later, my gas light appeared, and I sighed as this just seemed to add on to my many driving frustrations. I was pulling up to an intersection when I saw a sign for a town to my right. Running out of options, I made my way down the road. When I first pulled into town, I was surprised at how barren it was.
Why keep going?
There was a small gas station on the edge of town, a post office nearby, and a few residential houses further down the road.
It's empty.
Putting the thought to the back of my mind once again, I pulled into the gas station as the sun was beginning to set. After getting out of my car, I saw that the pump had a "Please Pay Inside" sign taped to it. When I stepped through the doors, I locked eyes with the man behind the counter. I gave him a nod as I walked over to the coolers to grab a water. I walked up to the counter and set my water down and asked him to put 20 on the pump outside. He just stared at me for a moment with a grin that seemed forced. He simply nodded, pressed a few buttons on the register, then returned to his previously motionless demeanor. I asked him how much it was for the water, but the man didn't acknowledge me at all. Feeling too tired to deal with all this, I just set a 20 and a few ones on the counter and headed out to my car. As I was filling up my car, I noticed something even stranger than the gas station clerk. There was a woman standing in the middle of the street.
Oh yeah, they had to be retarded.
I watched her until my tank was topped off, wondering what the hell she was doing. As I approached her, I asked her if she was doing all right. To which she replied, "Oh yes, we are happy here."
What?
At this point, I was ready to leave, and not just because my gas tank was full. As I drove through the town, more and more things stuck out at me. The post office nearby had 4 people standing outside of its doors.
Why are you still going down to the town,
Though
stupid?
I have a friend who works at the post office, and they don't stay open very late at all. So either this was a unique post office, or those people were waiting to get inside a closed building. I began to pass by the houses next. One house had a man raking his front lawn. Normal enough, although there wasn't a single leaf anywhere to be found. Across the street from him was a house that had a small seesaw in the front yard, with 2 children playing on it. Except, they were both sitting on it evenly.
They just had to be retarded.
Staring at each other, not going up and down. I started to pick up my pace as I wanted more and more to get out of this strange town. But I soon regretted that decision as flashing lights filled my rearview mirror. I groaned as I pulled over to the side of the street. He slowly walked up to my window and stood there. I had been pulled over before, and one thing I learned is you wait for instructions from the officer. I rolled down the window and asked if there was a problem. "You have the right to remain silent." I gave him a confused look and asked if I was under arrest. To which he spoke again. "It's illegal to drive a car, sir."
Bro, what did you just say? This dude says it's illegal to drive a car. So what you do, walk? I see, but no. I'm not with the walk. I got a car. What I'm gonna do with the car? Park it somewhere so somebody steal it? No, forget that. That sounds stupid. That's dumb. It's illegal to drive a car. Oh, no, bro.
He then leaned down and almost stuck his head inside my car window before saying, "Have a nice day." Taking a moment to compose myself, I looked around and noticed that all the people were now staring at me. The man raking his leafless yard. The two children.
Oh, no,
everyone was staring at my car now.
Come on, drive. What are you doing?
The one that was standing in the middle of the street near the gas station. Well, she was still in the street, but right in front of me now.
Hit her!
In a deep, gravelly voice that obviously didn't belong to her. She said, "Join us." I have never stomped my foot on the gas pedal that hard before in my life.
Shake a little bit. That's creepy.
My tires squealed down the road, and I didn't let off until I started to see the cornfields once again. Once I was back on the highway, a tidal wave of relief washed over me. I didn't get off the highway until I was finally home. When I made it home, I couldn't stop thinking about all those weird people.
Why arms so big?
How they all looked like people, but they didn't act like people. I know this must sound confusing to all of you, but it's just as confusing to me. I'm not entirely sure who they are, or even what they are. But I think next year, I'll just send my mom a card for her birthday instead.
Dang, I wouldn't even go over there. Man, I wouldn't even go over there. If you... Why do your mom even live over there? Your mom... Man... You're not getting no card for me then, because I'm not going down there. That's... No. This is just dumb. He just sat... For one, he goes to a city. It's empty as ever. I would not go down there. I would have went somewhere else to get some gas or went somewhere else to get a card. If she lives down there, then I'm just deliver the card to her. Then the dude, he saw the gas station dude. Obviously, he's a little weird. Then he see the girl in the street. She weird. So those two signs, those obviously two warnings not to go down the street. So I would have turned. But it just said Corey Kenshin. Bro, Corey Kenshin is one of his Patreons. Bro, where's Corey Kenshin coming back? But let me get back to the thing. So listen. What I was talking about. So he got two warnings. The girl in the street and the dude inside the gas station. Just two warnings. Don't go down the street. He's stupid. He didn't listen to it. So he started telling people this at the news place standing in line. It was closed. That was dumb. So he still went retarded. This whole video was just stupid. It was scary when the voice came up, but it was just stupid. It was just dumb. I think this place real. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up after the video. But I think this place real. But that's all for today, y'all. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment what y'all want to see next, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.